March 11, 2011. The Great East Japan Earthquake. An undersea earthquake off the Pacific coast of the Tohoku region. The magnitude 9.0 tremor was the most powerful earthquake ever recorded in Japan. The huge tsunami waves generated by this earthquake caused catastrophic damage along the coast of East Japan. Higashimatsushima, or HM City in Miyagi Prefecture, suffered 1,110 deaths relating to the earthquake. Another 24 people are still missing. In the urban area in Higashimatsushima, 14,580 homes, or 97% of all homes in the city, were damaged. Under HM City's Citizen Collaborative Community Building Initiative, residents played a central role in reconstruction.
市民共同のまちづくりが生かされた分野だなと、それが今回の震災でも生かされたと。
The Tohoku region is in the northeastern portion of Japan's main island. HM City is approximately 30 kilometers to the northeast of Sendai, a central city in Tohoku. This is Shuya Takahashi, who is a member of the Miyagi Prefectural Assembly. Before being elected to the assembly, he was an HM City employee who was heavily involved in community building when the city was created in 2005.
すべてを行政でサービスをカバーすることは難しい時代になってきたと。少子高齢化が進み、住民のニーズが多様化する中で、与えられた行政財源だけでは全部をカバーすることができませんので、自分たちでできることは自分たちで、行政でできることは行政がしっかり。
So a framework of self-help and mutual help was created to cover those services that the government could no longer supply. Nurtured in HM City from before the quake, it proved useful in emergency response and reconstruction following the quake. Evacuation centers were packed with tsunami evacuees. Many centers were not prepared to deal with the unprecedented scale of destruction and lacked sufficient emergency supplies. However, thanks to the system of mutual help in HM City, residents from areas with less damage helped those from along the coast where damage had been extensive.
避難所で行政が来ない、自衛隊もまだ来ない、国もまだ来ない、そういうところでじゃあどうするかっていうと、助け合うしかないんですよね。
These are HM City's guidelines for recovery and reconstruction, formulated a mere month after the earthquake. It clarified the basic stance of the government to proceed with recovery and reconstruction while working for common understanding with the private sector. The city then drew up the City Reconstruction Plan in 8 months. The plan contained specific details, such as collective relocation sites for residents who lost their homes. The opinions of residents were greatly reflected in this plan. More than 6 years have already passed since the earthquake, and people's lives have changed dramatically. The foremost issues during this transitional period are the deterioration of community functions and complication of personal problems. Discussions to prevent such problems are repeatedly held with residents who rebuilt housing and those who moved to higher ground.
いろんな意見が出て当たり前だからね。その中で道を見つけていくということですよね。
City employees also made considerable efforts to create opportunities for discussions between residents. About 70% of HM City employees were affected by the earthquake. Regardless, their desire to do what they could for citizens has been one of the engines driving efforts to rebuild the city. The 7th summer since the Great East Japan earthquake. Smiles have returned to the faces of citizens after more than 6 years from the disaster. Citizens' help will still be needed going forward as the city works toward further Reconstruction.